Chair Dr. Jerome Walcott, Excellencies, dear colleagues and friends. First, I thank Mr. Walcott for his leadership of this board. And I thank all member states, members and non-members of the board and non-state actors, UN organizations for your engagement in this meeting and your support for the success of our WHO. You have dealt with a very significant agenda, both in terms of its size and its importance. Thank you in particular for your decision to recommend the program budget 2026-2027 to the World Health Assembly. And thank you for the confidence you have shown by recommending the 20% increase in assessed contributions and for honoring the commitment you made in 2022 to increase assessed contributions to 50% of the base budget. This is a very strong signal of your support. And it's a major step towards putting WHO on a more predictable and sustainable financial footing. As you have heard me say many times, when I started as Director General more than 7 years ago, we identified the organization's reliance on a handful of traditional donors as a major risk. Addressing that risk became a priority of the transformation we started 7 years ago. I hope you see and agree that we have come a long way on that journey through the investment round, the WHO Foundation, and the historic commitment to increased assessed contributions because of your strong commitment to sustainable financing. These are truly transformational changes that are helping to broaden our donor base, reduce our exposure to unpredictable and volatile funding, and share the burden more evenly. I also thank those member states who have committed to making more flexible contributions to WHO. Of course, we recognize you expect results and you expect value for money, and so you should. You said that budget allocations should align with member states' priorities. We agree. You said we need to prioritize based on realistic funding. We agree. You said that our workforce is our greatest asset. We agree. You said we need to improve efficiency, enhance oversight, and reduce unnecessary expenditures. We agree to that too. Not only do we agree, that's exactly what we're doing and what we will continue to do. As I said in my opening remarks last Monday, we're operating with twin strategic goals: to mobilize new resources and to tighten our belts. Thank you for your support you have demonstrated this week for these twin goals. Although a large part of your discussion has been about budget and financing, it's important to remember that budget and financing are means to an end. They matter because they enable the technical and operational work of the organization. So I thank you for your commitment you have demonstrated in adapting resolutions and decisions on universal health coverage, communicable and non-communicable diseases, emergencies, polio, meningitis, cervical cancer, substandard and falsified medicines, medical devices, the health and care workforce, digital health, women's and children's and adolescents' health, and so much more. Most of all, thank you for the spirit in which you have worked this week. As I said in my opening remarks last Monday, we regret the announcement by the United States of its intention to withdraw, and it was also sad to see them participating less this week I think we all felt their absence. We very much hope they will reconsider, and we would welcome the opportunity to engage in constructive dialogue. Thank you all once again for your hard work over the past 8 days and for your continuing commitment to our founding vision, the highest attainable standard of health for all people, not as a luxury for some, but a right for all. I wish you all a safe and healthy journey home, and as you have already guided us, we will keep in touch and we will update you regularly. Thank you so much and safe travels. And back to you, Chair.
Thank you, Dr. Tedros. Colleagues, this 156th session of the Executive Board has had to discuss some complex issues, including the issue of sustainable financing, the need for prioritization process for the program budget 2026-2027, the process for allegations against WHO Directors General, and a number of new resolutions with costs and other implications. We have had to face new realities. With the announcement of the withdrawal of the US from the WHO, amidst all of this, you continue to demonstrate the true meaning of multilateralism, moving away from entrenched positions towards compromise for the greater good or collective well-being. Our achievements over the last 8 days, including our agreement on the laureates for the Foundation Prizes, which acknowledge the remarkable work of health workers across the globe, shows that global health, through steadfast commitment, continues to be in good hands. Our work over the next few months will not be easy, but we have learned that anything that is worthwhile comes with some sacrifice. I therefore urge you to work in the intercessional period between now and PBAC 42 and the 78th World Health Assembly in the same spirit of collaboration that was apparent during the EB 156. Namely on the prioritization process for the program budget and the development of a draft process for handling and investigating potential allegations against WHO Directors General based on the framework put forward by the chairs of the EB and the PBAC. I wish to thank you for your tremendous support, camaraderie, and patience that you have exhibited during this meeting. In particular, I would like to extend my gratitude to the officers of the board, all of whom would have stepped in to chair the session at various times. Thank you all. Their board members, Director General, their delegates, it has been a privilege to work so closely with you over the last 8 days. Despite the many challenges we faced, we have come together and found agreement on 40 decisions and 7 resolutions, which aim to strengthen our work and to enhance good public health. I would like to take another moment to thank all of you for your collaboration. I would also like to especially thank the Secretariat, including the technical teams and interpreters, for their tireless efforts in working to ensure that this meeting was indeed a success. For colleagues who are far from home and are traveling, I wish you a safe journey, and I now declare the 156th session of the Executive Board closed.
Thank you.